Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. This is a very hard story to tell and to keep following. I will follow it to the end. This is Valentine TV. Please like, subscribe, share. The reaction is coming from KADISHALYNN, TikTok, YouTube. Y'all, I'm gonna let KADISHALYNN start and I'll be back with my reaction, okay? Because I cannot even do it. Here we go. 1 second, please.
We have a new update from TMZ, and I do have to say, if this is in fact true, it's absolutely horrific what they did to Celeste Rivas Hernandez. According to TMZ, they have a source close to this investigation that is telling them that the medical examiner might not be able to determine the COD for Celeste Rivas Hernandez because parts of her were frozen. Celeste Rivas's body had been frozen. As a result, it looks like the LA County medical examiner will not be able to establish a COD. Sources closely connected to the investigation tell
Yo, can you believe? Okay, they are saying now that even the head was not connected, right? The arms and everything was chopped up and frozen, and they was thawing out in the Tesla, in the trunk of the Tesla, right? And they said they thinking that's why they said it may be undetermined to the cause of her unaliving. That little girl went through some stuff. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm gonna let KADISHALYNN continue.
TMZ. Celeste was in horrendous condition. Her head was not attached, and while her torso was intact, the limbs had been removed and cut into multiple pieces. TMZ is then reporting that all of the parts of her body were partially frozen and had apparently been thawing out while sitting in the trunk of David's Tesla. And I know sometimes it's a hit or miss with TMZ, but I think that they could really be onto something because Los Angeles Times was told by the LAPD, they reported this back at the very beginning before they knew who Celeste was, that it was only her head and her torso, which makes me wonder about the limbs that they're saying that have been removed. I honestly wonder if this has something to do with the Santa Barbara trip. I now think,
And if they took her to Santa Barbara and dismembered, why would they even bring you know the the, the parts pieces back? It's hard to talk about this and be delicate about it, so you just have to come out and tell why would they bring the pieces back, like, and they wherever it happened at, they put it in. And then y'all watch at the end. It's a video that David made that's waving by to this old rinky dink like motel, and then he gets out and walks toward it, giving it the middle finger, all of these kind of finger gestures, and then he's in there with a camera. Remember when I told y'all that David's hair went from black to freaking blonde? That's the ritual that you go through when you going into music. If you want to sell your soul, sell your soul. Okay, they always make you dye your hair. Once you dye your hair blonde, the ritual is complete. Okay, but you gotta show them that you did it. That's probably why you brought her back, right? I don't know why. I don't know, but anyway, it's crazy, it's stupid, and I'm glad when they get everybody.
the Santa Barbara trip was where they would make Celeste not intact. When she was received by the medical examiner's office, the initial determination was that she was a victim of a unaliving. And now the source is telling TMZ that the medical examiner is having trouble establishing the COD and it'll most likely be undetermined. And once again, I do think that this information could be true because we know last night Celeste Rivas Hernandez did disappear from the case search on the medical examiner's website. You look up this website, it says when there is a security hold on something, they will erase the person from the search result. And one reason this is done is when there is an open investigation, because you can't make this information public while there's an ongoing investigation. They don't want anything to jeopardize the case that they have. Now, as you know, TMZ did report today about how there is a second suspect that authorities believe helped David get rid of Celeste. And honestly, if it was something as horrific as this, it would make sense why they believed it wasn't just David.
Probably more than David and whoever, but y'all, I'm gonna speed up a little bit because that video is coming up and I want y'all to be able to see it. And plus, I want to hurry up and get through this because, ooh.
Oh. The only good information that we are getting out of this, according to TMZ, sources that are connected to the investigation told them that the LAPD is viewing Celeste's passing as an unaliving case. Even if the official COD is undetermined, authorities can move forward with an arrest. And this is probably one of the reasons why we have seen this take so incredibly long. Because with an undetermined cause, it does make it a lot harder for investigators, but it still can be done. I think we all knew how bad this case actually is, but I am actually horrified. It's now we are.
Now we know about that picture because remember I just said the head was not, and it was just the head and the torso, but the head and torso was not together. So somebody sick did this picture right here. They needed it.
Are getting closer and closer to figuring out what actually happened to this little girl. You have to remember, some of the biggest things that I think about right now is we still don't even know if some of this was done before she passed away or after. Now, I'm going to use a little logic here, and this is going to get gruesome, but we know obviously there was pieces. So that's going to make it hard for the medical examiner. But if she was in fact frozen, there is a chance that the medical examiner could get something, even though right now it's seeming unlikely. But I don't want to say that there is still not a chance, because frozen does change it a little bit. But it's absolutely horrific to even think about. And you best believe that I will follow this whole entire thing, the whole trial, absolutely everything. This has been one of the most horrific cases, just with everything that you can connect together, from the music, from the pictures, just from everything. And now to find out something like this, it adds to it that much more. And this automatically brought back to my mind for some reason in the pit of my stomach this video. And I really hope that the police have looked into it, because now learning these details, I feel like there is something about this video. It just doesn't sit right with me. This is one of the most alarming things. Him waving goodbye at an old hotel, flipping off the camera, and just the wording. I don't want to play for copyright reasons, the song, but you guys have all seen this by now.
Do y'all remember this? This is scary, and I wonder where it is. I wonder if it's in Santa Barbara.
The girl that looks like Celeste.
Yeah. That looked like the place where they did that music video too. Sort of. Oh my God, that is creepy.
And him with the camera.
Blonde hair.
All that matters now to me is seeing everybody that played a part in this go to jail and this baby girl get justice. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this.
I want her to get justice. And y'all, thank y'all for joining Valentine TV. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share, and I'll talk to y'all later, okay? All right. Thank y'all so much. All right. Bye, y'all.